Why Guru, 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 ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਜੀ ਆਓ ਜੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਅੱਗੇ ਚੱਲੀਏ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਬੀਰ ਸੋਈ ਮਾਰੀਐ ਜੈ ਮੂਐ ਸੁਖ ਹੋਏ ਭਲੋ ਭਲੋ ਸਭ ਕੋ ਕਹੈ ਬੁਰੋ ਨ ਮਾਨੈ ਕੋਏ ਦੇਖੋ ਇੱਕ ਨਾ there's one thing we discussed this about yesterday also ਇੱਕ ਨਾ ਹਰ ਬੰਦੇ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਇੱਕ ਚੀਜ਼ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ there's one thing which is in everybody ਕਿ ਨਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸਾਰੇ ਨਾ ਚੰਗਾ ਸਮਝਣ that everybody should think good about me everybody should praise but that can never happen right because we live in Kaljug and we all do mistakes but still sometimes we want that and if we start feeling that people don't like us and all and people can go in a depression ਸਾਰੇ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਸਾਰੇ ਨਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਚੰਗਾ ਕਹਿਣ ਤੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਕੁਝ ਕਹਿ ਦਿੰਦਾ ਸਾਡਾ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਮਨ ਖਰਾਬ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਐਂਡ ਸਮ ਪੀਪਲ ਆਲਸੋ ਗੋ ਇਨ ਡਿਪਰੈਸ਼ਨ ਕਿ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਚੰਗਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਮਝਦਾ what is this first we have to understand from Gurmat point of view about the mind right ਇਹ ਹੈ ਕੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਕੀ ਕਿਹੜੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਹੈ ਸਾਡੇ ਅੰਦਰ what is there in our mind that makes us think like that okay that everybody should love me everybody should think good about me I should be famous or I should be known whatever it is right it is nothing but our ego right but if we take a deep dive in this ਅਗਰ ਆਪਾਂ ਹੋਰ ਅੰਦਰ ਤੱਕ ਵੇਖੀਏ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਹੈ ਕੀ ਮਾਰੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨਾ ਹੋਮੇ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਉਪਜੇ ਕਿਤ ਸੰਜਮ ਇਹ ਜਾਏ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਸਾ ਕੀ ਵਾਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੜਿਆ ਵੀ ਸੀ that from where this home comes right and what should we do so that this home cannot be there or can go away home ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਉਪਜੇ ਕਿਤ ਸੰਜਮ ਇਹ ਜਾਏ ਉਪਜਦੀ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਹੈ from where does it come high level we know that we have ਪੰਜ ਚੋਰ 5 thieves and they give us this home actually is the major component to live in this world home actually is not bad if we don't have a home if we don't have that component of ahankar then we cannot survive in this world think about it कि अगर कोई बंदा कहे भाई मैं ते कुछ है ही नहीं I'm खत्म right I'm zero and then what will he do for example he cannot do the job his boss will give him some assignment he'll say oh, you do it he said then he will do it also but then what will he do he'll say I did it or Vaiguruji did it because in the corporate setup if you say Vaiguruji did it they'll probably say that you have gone crazy that's why I want you to think from that perspective little bit home is needed to survive in this world but this is a vicious circle this is a kind of a very difficult thing ਜਿੰਨੀ ਦੇਰ ਤੱਕ ਸਾਡੀ ਹੋਮੇ ਖਤਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਉਨੀ ਦੇਰ ਤੱਕ ਅਸੀਂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਲ ਸਕਦੇ ਅਗਰ ਸਾਡੀ ਹੋਮੇ ਖਤਮ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ and if our ego dies we meet ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ right but we will not be able to survive in this world little bit home will be needed so what should we do I don't want to confuse you guys I want you guys to think about it ऐसे पिछे ਜਿਹੜਾ solution ਹੈ ਨਾ the solution is only one If we will use our mat to understand the problem of ego, we'll never be able to resolve it. ਜੇ ਅਗਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਮਤ use ਕਰਾਂਗੇ, ਆਪਣਾ wisdom use ਕਰਾਂਗੇ, if we'll use our wisdom, mind's wisdom, will never be able to resolve this secret of ego. ਇੱਕ ਹੋਰ ਆਪਾਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੀ ਬਾਣੀ ਦਾ ਸਹਾਰਾ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ. ਲੈਟਸ ਟੇਕ ਅ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਆਫ ਵਨ ਮੋਰ ਤੁਕ ਫਰਮ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ. ਹੋਮੇ ਨਾਵੇਂ ਨਾਲ ਵਿਰੋਧ ਹੈ, ਦੋਏ ਨਾ ਬਸੇ ਇੱਕ ਥਾਂ. Wherever there is home, there is not naam. Where there is naam, there is no home. What does that mean? Our identity should be only naam. Our identity should be only Guru Sahib. महाराज कहते हैं जी जात पात सतगुरु है ना, गुर सतगुरु कहते मेरी जात भी ते मेरी पात भी, my social status, my caste, everything is Satguru. Vaheguru ji is everything. What does that mean? ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵਿਚਰਨਾ, whenever we are living in this world, we have to make sure even if we do something, we give the credit of Vaheguru. But how to give the credit to Vaheguru? Just any work which we are doing, ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਹੱਥ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, ਦਿਮਾਗ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ. If we are doing a work with the hand, if we are doing the work with our brain, you are a scientist, you are a doctor, you are an IT guy, or whosoever you are who uses brain, ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਉਦੋਂ ਕੀ ਕਰਨਾ? ਉਦੋਂ ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਟੇਜ ਤੱਕ ਪਹੁੰਚਣਾ ਨਾ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਤੱਕ ਅਸੀਂ ਪਹੁੰਚਣਾ, where we have to go, that is the stage ਜਿਹੜੀ ਮਾਲਕ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆਪ ਬਖਸ਼ਣਗੇ. We can only try, and there are ways to do it. I was listening to a jeevani of one Gurmukh Pyare, and I know him personally also. He used to be in army, and then he retired from the army, and he had a tadap. He had this eagerness to meet Vaheguru, or to find someone who can help him meeting Vaheguru. And he met various Gurmukhs. Fortunately, he met a Gurmukh who showed him the path. First of all, he was questioning him of everything. He was telling him, you are a mind, you are not a physical body. Till the time you are thinking you are a physical body, all these problems will be there. That goes there, our answer, right? If our identity is our physical body, if my identity is Ramanpreet Singh, right, then I will have a lot of problems with this. Why? Because, oh, Ramanpreet Singh did this, Ramanpreet Singh did that. People will praise us also. Some people will hate us also. When people will hate me, then I will think, oh, that person is bad. And if somebody is loving me, oh, that person is good. Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Sache Pasha says that praises and an Nindya Chugli is all the same. If somebody is hating you and praising you, it's all the same. Doesn't matter, because it is only and only impacting you as Ramanpreet Singh. But if you say that I am not Ramanpreet Singh, who I am the Jyot of Vaheguru. Okay, that's why good Gurbani comes, Mantu Jyot Swaroop hai apna mool pachan. And these kind of messages were given to that Gurmukh, which we are talking about. First, his mind, because of any human being, the home comes in, and he said, oh, whatever he's saying, he had an answers for everything what that Gurmukh Pyara was saying. But suddenly, after listening to him for 1 hour, 1.5 hours, he came to the conclusion that questioning to him also is an ego. He got that understanding. ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਹੌਲੀ ਹੌਲੀ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਨੂੰ ਵਿਚਾਰਾਂਗੇ, ਤੇ ਮਾਲਕ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ, when we will do the chanting, when we'll do Vahguru, 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 and the naam will pragat. Naam ਜਦੋਂ ਪ੍ਰਗਟ ਹੋ ਜਾਏਗਾ, when the naam will be revealed, because naam is there, naam has not gone anywhere. The shabad is always there. The voice of Vaheguru, the prakash, the jyot is always there. It has not gone anywhere. The only thing is, because of our ego, we are covering that. It's like a wall, right? So between the two rooms, it's a thick wall. One room is full of light, the second room is totally in dark, right? Till the time you do something like you break the wall, the light will not come. It's the same thing. Our wall of ego, our wall of thoughts is always there. And we are scared to break that wall, especially when we start walking onto this path. We get scared. We say, what will happen if we'll forget about our family? Because if I component is not there, just think about it. ਜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਮੈਂ ਖਤਮ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਫਿਰ ਮੇਰਾ ਬੱਚਾ ਕੌਣ ਹੈ, ਮੇਰਾ ਘਰ ਵਾਲਾ ਕੌਣ ਹੈ, ਮੇਰੀ ਵੋਟੀ ਕੌਣ ਹੈ, who is my wife, who are my kids then, right? Who are my parents, right? Who are my siblings? My component is gone there. Then everybody is my sibling, my uncle, my aunt, and all. Everybody's same, because everybody has jyot. Conceptually, ਇਹੀ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਨੂੰ ਕਮਾਉਣਾ ਪੈਣਾ. We have to earn the wisdom of ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ. ਜਿੰਨੀ ਦੇਰ ਤੱਕ ਆਪਾਂ ਪ੍ਰੈਕਟੀਕਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ, till the time we'll not do the practical of ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ, will not understand this fully. It's very difficult to, I mean, you conceptually you will understand. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅੰਡਰਸਟੈਂਡ ਕਰ ਲੋਗੇ, ਪਰ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਦੇਰ ਤੱਕ ਆਪਾਂ ਪਹੁੰਚਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਮਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਏਗੀ. ਇਸ ਪਿੱਛੇ, this is the reason, don't worry about what will happen after. Just try to kill your home. Yes, home is needed. Yes, the ahang pav, it is called ahang pav, as in me, I. It is needed to live in this physical world. But once we get a trier of naam, then it doesn't matter if we have that ahang pav or not. ਆਪਾਂ ਪੜ੍ਹਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਸ਼ਬਦ, ਡੋਰੀ ਹਾਥ ਤੁਮਾਰੇ, ਪ੍ਰਭ ਡੋਰੀ ਹਾਥ ਤੁਮਾਰੇ. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ, I have given the thread of my life to you. He already has it. He is giving us the swas. He will pull this dory, he will pull this swas out, will be gone. ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਅਗਰ ਅੱਜ ਸਵਾਸ ਸਾਡੇ ਰੋਕ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ, ਸਾਡੀ ਹੋਮੇ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਗਈ? ਉਦੋਂ ਹੋਮੇ ਫਿਜ਼ੀਕਲ ਬੋਡੀ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਰਹਿਣੀ, ਬਟ ਹੋਮੇ ਨਾਲ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਵੈਸੇ. ਹਾਂ, ਸਾਡੇ ਸੰਸਕਾਰ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ. ਬਟ for what we had in home, let's say I had in home about my house, I have a big house, home about my car, home about my wife, right? Home about my kids. When the swas is not there, where will these things go? So if we will understand that the thread of our life is in the hands of Vaheguru, then how does it matter if we have a home or not? Doesn't matter. The thing is, we have to convince, and to get convinced, there is only one way: to do simran, to chant, to do chanting. ਫਿਰ ਸਾਡੇ ਮਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਏਗਾ, then in our mind it will not come, ਹਾਂ ਉਹ ਮੇਰੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਕੀ ਸੋਚਦਾ. If somebody will insult you, you will take it. I'm not saying that we should be insulted and all that stuff. What I'm trying to say here is that ਛੋਟੀਆਂ ਛੋਟੀਆਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮੈਟਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨਗੀਆਂ. small things will not matter, because you will fall in love with Vaheguru, and that is 100% Vaheguru, right? You will be with Vaheguru for all the time. At that point of time, it doesn't matter, right? Even I will say, when you will, let's say, let's draw in our mind, let's say from 0% to 100%, you have 0%, 10%, 20%, 30%, a line is there. ਇੱਕ ਲਾਈਨ ਹੈਗਾ, ਲਾਈਨ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਲਿਖ ਲਈਏ 0% ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ 100% ਤੱਕ, 10 20 30 40 50 60 70 80 90. ਜਦੋਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਥੋੜੀ ਥੋੜੀ ਕਰਕੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਮਨ ਦੀ ਜੋਤ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਦੀ ਜੋਤ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਮਾਣਾ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰ ਦੇਗੀ, 5%, 10%, 20%, you will be a changed person altogether. But it is slow. It's every day's job, right? ਰੋਜ਼ ਦੇ ਰੋਜ਼ ਹੈ ਹੁਣ. And it will depend on how our lifestyle is. Where are we putting the swas? Remember we talked about the lekha. ਅਸੀਂ ਲੇਖੇ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਗੱਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀ. Account. Yeah, put a rajogun, tamogun and satogun there and see where your lekha is. Where are you spending your swas every day? How much time you spend in rajogun, as in worries, anxiety, है ना, ਕੰਮ ਦੀ ਚਿੰਤਾ, ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਦੀ ਚਿੰਤਾ, ਕੰਮ ਆਪਣੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਨਾਲ some commitment is done, that chinta, some worries are there, right? All that stuff will go in rajogun, and see how much time you spend and estimate. You don't have to be accurate. And tamogun, right? Kam, krodh, lo, mohankar, nindya, chugli, the hate, slandering, and all that stuff. And lust, greed, anger, being egoistic in front of others, hankar, dinal. Asi kinna kam kita. Jot down that also. How much time do we spend in doing kirtan, listening to kirtan, in reading the Gurbani, in doing Simran? Spend that also. That is all Sattva, right? Sometimes it is not. I'll tell you how when it is not. Sometimes you are listening to kirtan, but it is just playing in the background, but you are doing something else. That will not be counted, right? Only the time where your mind was totally there. ਜਦੋਂ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਦੇਰ ਵੀ ਸਾਡਾ ਮਨ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੀਗਾ, ਉਹੀ ਸਤੋ ਗੁਣ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਟਾਈਮ ਜਾ ਸਕਦਾ, ਬਾਕੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾ ਸਕਦਾ. Let's say if you're reading Japji Sahib, ਇੱਕ ਓਂਕਾਰ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤਿ ਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਜਪ ਆਦ ਸਚ ਜੁਗਾਦ ਸਚ ਹੈ ਵੀ ਸਚ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਵੀ ਸਚ ਸੋਚੈ ਸੋਚ ਨਾ ਹੋ. And you're doing it, and in the middle of the Japji Sahib you realize, oh, I have completed this much part. Where was my mind? ਮੇਰਾ ਮਨ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਸੀ ਉਦੋਂ? ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਾ, because mind was in thoughts. Then will that part will be accounted as a Sattvagun? No, it will not be. ਉਹ ਸਾਡੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ, for example, you're doing Vaheguru, 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 our eyes are open, we are doing itching, we are moving our body. Our mind is not there. Our mind is in itching. Our mind is ਕਿੱਥੇ ਗਈ ਸਾਡੀ ਸੁਰਤ, ਹੈ ਨਾ? ਸਾਡੀ ਸੁਰਤ, we were moving. That's why it's very important when we do Simran, we sit in a relaxing position and we don't move, right? We focus on our own voice. ਇਹ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਹੀ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਨਾ, that if you will make a lekha in account, you will know how much time you are spending in Sattvagun. Because from Sattvagun only naam di daat milni aggi, Sattvagun de through. But if we are sitting in Rajogun and Tamogun, will not get naam di daat. And if we are not getting a naam di daat, what is happening? Our ego will keep on increasing day by day, day by day, day by day, day by day. So it is very important to understand this. The bliss, the anand is only when you are without thoughts, when you are without home. Because ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੋੜਾ ਬਚਨ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ, you get angry with someone. If I get angry with someone, let it be my kids, my parents, my mom, my dad, my wife, right? What will happen? It will not only impact them, it will impact me also. ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੋੜਾ ਬਚਨ ਬੋਲਦੇ ਨਾ, whenever we get angry, it is a fire element. It is a fire element. ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਅੱਗ ਦਾ ਕੰਮ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ? ਅੱਗ ਦਾ ਕੰਮ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਦੂਜਾ ਵੀ ਸੜੇਗਾ, ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਅੱਗ ਲਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਸੜੇਗਾ, right? The fire has no friends. It will burn enemies as well as friends, as well as yourself. So that's why Anand actually is only when we go above Trigun Maya, or at least when we stay in Sattvagun. Okay? So we have to try. Aise piche, this game is a daily game. Every day we have to play this game. ਜਿੰਨੀ ਦੇਰ ਤੱਕ ਆਪਾਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਹੋਮੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਖਤਮ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ, ਉਨੀ ਦੇਰ ਤੱਕ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆਨੰਦ ਦੀ ਡੈਫੀਨੇਸ਼ਨ ਸਮਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਣੀ. Till the time we will not kill our ego, we will not understand the definition of Anand, the bliss. Bhai Maharaj keh rahe, Kabeer soi mariye je muhe sukh hoye. Sukh is only in a naam. Sukh is not something temporary, which you get it for some time and then you don't get it. Once we get connected 24/7 with the Naam, that bliss will be always there. That's why Maharaj is saying, Palo palo sabko kahe, buro na mane koe. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਸਾਡੀ ਹੋਮੇ ਮਰ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਫਿਰ ਸਾਡਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਦੁਸ਼ਮਣ ਵੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ, when our home is done, then our enemy is also our friend. Palo palo, ਸਾਰੇ ਹੀ ਭਲੇ. Everybody is good, nobody is bad. ਅਮਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਚੰਗੇ, ਬੁਰਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੋਈ. ਬਾਰ ਬਾਰ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਕਬੀਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਦੱਸ ਰਹੇ. He's telling us again and again that we should enshrine this, embed this in our mind. Everybody has Vaheguru Ji. Then it comes to Modi or Bush or Trump or Biden, and everybody's same. Because that component which was creating a problem in your head and differentiating people will go away, because everybody will have Vaheguru in them. That's why worldly life is totally different than spiritual life. Worldly life, we say, oh, this is good, this is bad, this is good, this is bad. I was listening to one Gurmukh Pyara, and he was saying that Nindya Chugli, the gossiping and slandering, is such a big problem that some 5-10 people are sitting there, somebody will start talking about someone, and then all of them will contribute towards the gossiping and slandering. And Gurmukh Pyare, when they will realize this, that hey, they are losing their kamai, it will be too late. Kamai as in Naam Kamai, the treasure of Naam, the money of Naam. It will be too late. Whenever we do these things, we lose that. That's a game. What is at the end? That's why I was talking about the Lekha. How much time you spent in Rajogun, Tamogun, how much time you spent in Sattogun, how much time you spent in Chothapad. If you want to go to the Chothapad, for Chothapad, going to Chothapad is only one thing now. Shabad, Anhat Shabad, right? Gurmantar Jap and all is very good, because then you deposit your swas in the Khajana of Nirgun, in the treasure of Nirgun, as in Vaheguru, right? And slowly, slowly, when your treasure is in good quantity, it is returned back with $1 of Naam. With $1 of Naam. And more dollars you will have, less home you will have. Because whenever you will have home, you will realize about the Naam, and home will go away. And you can do this. This is practical. Whatever I'm saying here, जो भी मैं कुछ गुरु साहब मेरे को बुलवा रहे हैं, है ना? गुरु साहब जो भी सनवते सिखा रहे हैं, this is all practical. You can try it. जे तो शब्द सुनता ना, अनहद शब्द. Whenever you feel like that some home kind of things are happening with you, try to focus on that shabad, anhad shabad. Your home will go away right away. You must be listening to the shabad one. But if you are not listening to the shabad, then also we have a solution. Then we do chanting. Why? Guru, why? Guru, why? Guru, why? Guru. Your mind will go away from the home. Whenever, actually this works for every vikar. But you know what? We will not do Simran then. Or if we'll be doing Simran also, we'll be doing that act also together. कदे भी कोल के नहीं, कड़ी नहीं कोल नहीं, कदे भी आपा कट्ठा नहीं कोई काम करना कि आपा right only कट्ठा काम कदों करना है? Whenever we are working in the office, right, or doing something, driving the car, then yeah, you can do Simran and all that's the only time. But if you want to kill your home, or if you have a anger at that point of time, don't be in that situation at the first place. Find some way to come out of that solution and keep on doing loud Simran, or even in the mind. But it will be difficult to do in the mind, so it's better to go to some place, go to that thing and start doing Vaheguru, Vaheguru, Vaheguru. But if you are someone who do 2-3 hours of Simran every day, then you can do Antargat Simran also when you are in this situation. You will be in the situation, in the mind, keep on doing Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru. If you have any questions, push सकते हो तुसी question, because this is a very important जुगतीस, ठीक है? So पलो पलो सबको कहे, बुरो न माने कोई, ठीक है? फिर तो कोई कुछ कह भी जाएगा ना, if somebody will think bad about you also, कोई तो बुरा नहीं लगना. You will not feel bad about it. We feel bad when somebody tells us something is because of our own, because we have this identity. I'm someone, right? That's why more titles, the more you grow in this world, the more home will grow. The more richer you will have, more home will grow. ਉਹ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਕਹਿ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਗਿਆ ਜੀ? ਉਹ you don't know who I am, ਹੈ ਨਾ? ਪੰਜਾਬ ਤੇ ਬੜਾ ਛੇਤੀ ਲੋਕੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੈਂ ਕੌਣ ਆ, right? We are nothing. And that is this, but these kind of thoughts you can only embed if you have naam with you. Without the naam, these thoughts will not work. Okay, so try to do the practical of this whenever you are in that state. Listen to Shabad. If you hear the Shabad, ego will go away. If you don't hear the Shabad, start doing loud Simran Antargat. It will go away. Kabeer rati hove karya, कारे उब्बे जंत, लै फाहे उठ धावते, से जान मारे भगवंत. महाराज की कहते सानू उत्थे, कहते राती होवे आरिया. Now whenever we read the Gurbani, we have to understand few things. सब तो important चीज हैगी है कि especially when it comes to the Bhagat Subhani, every step of their life, they use the field as an experiment to understand spirituality. Kabeer Sahib, Baba Namdev ji, Baba Ravidas ji, जिन्ने भी अपने भगत हुए ने, they used their daily life as a playing field to meet Vaheguru. ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਮਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ? In their mind it was only, we have to meet Vaheguru, we have to meet Vaheguru. So जो भी वो देखते सी ना, whatever they used to see, they used to learn from that as a spiritual lesson. Here Kabir Sahib is talking about that all the dark deeds, जिन्हें कहते माड़े काम होंदे ना, जेड़े काले काम, वो सारे राती होंदे ज्यादा. There are very less times when people will do the bad things in the morning. All the drug deals, all the casinos. You have seen that casinos are, especially if you are in America, you have seen casinos which are open. They are open in the night, late night. There are some casinos next to the Fremont Gurdwara Sahib before on the Mission Boulevard, and I remember from my home to the Fremont Gurdwara Sahib, at the time of the Amrit Vela, 1:30, 2 a.m., they were still open. That's what Maharaj is saying. Kabeer rati hove karya, kare ubbe jant. रात दे टाइम ते सारे पुट्ठे काम करते, सारे पुट्ठे काम राती खुले होंदे. So that's the reason, again, why we do this in the night time. Why human beings try to do all the bad things in the night? Simple answer. They think nobody will see them. But guess what? They get like surprised when they go there and they see other people out there whom they know. All the sins, all the bad things in this world which we talk about are being done. But then there is another thing which is done in the night. जिन्ने भी संत परौने ने साडे, संत परौने as in all the Gurmukh Pyare, all the Sangat, they do meditation also in the night. All the khajana, lootna hai to loot le. Kabir, lootna hai to loot le. Ram naam ki loot. You can rob or you can steal the physical money also in the night time, and the naam also in the night time. So it depends on you what you want to do. Le fahe ut tavte, से जान मरे भगवंत. This Maya is such a difficult play कि ਹੁੰਦਾ ਕੀ ਹੈ. ਲੋਕੀ ਸਮਝਦੇ ਹੈ, the people think that all this whatever they are doing is real. Everything which we do around us, we think everything which we are doing is real. But nothing is real, and we forget that. Every action which we are taking, remember the lekha, every action which we are taking is being accounted. Every thought of ours, every swas of ours is being accounted. In the night time, we are doing the dark things. We think nobody is seeing us. ਅਸੀਂ ਸੋਚਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਵੱਲ ਕੋਈ ਵੇਖਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਿਆ, ਲੇਕਿਨ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਵੇਖ ਰਿਹਾ. ਕੌਣ ਦੇਖ ਰਿਹਾ? ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ has given us liberty to do things. We can either do right thing or a wrong thing. There's no morality attached to it. For some people, there's something which is right. For some people, the other things are not right or wrong. But there is one thing which is common in everybody. That is the Vaiguru's Jyot sitting inside us. We also call it conscience, right? ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਅੰਦਰੋਂ ਅੰਤਰ ਆਤਮਾ ਦੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ. It is with everybody. The Jeev Atma is instructed by Satguru, by Vaiguru from inside. ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਅੰਦਰ ਦੀ, ਅੰਤਰਾਤਮਾ ਦੀ, ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਘੱਟ. The more Simran which we do, the more, practical which we will do of Gurbani, the more clearer that voice will become. But the more bad stuff which we do, we hardly listen to our antaratma. A voice is still there. What we will tell the voice from inside, no, don't do it. But if you will ignore that voice, that good voice. You will listen to the voice of Kal. You will listen to the voice of Panjdu. That's why we have to understand कि साडे अंदर चल की रहा है, what is going on inside. But ਅਸੀਂ ਅਗਰ ਅੰਦਰ ਕਦੇ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਹੀ ਨਾ, if we are not looking inside, how we will know whether this is a voice of Vaiguru or this is a voice of five thieves. ਇਹ ਪੰਜ ਚੋਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਆ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ, ਕਾਲ ਦੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਆ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ, ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਦੀ ਜੋਤ ਦੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਆ ਰਹੀ. That's the reason, the first and foremost thing when we walk on the spiritual path which we have to do is surrender. Total surrender to Vaheguru Sache Paatshah. That's the reason if we forget Vaheguru, we are already dead. Doesn't matter what we are doing. All these rich people, all these people with attitude you meet, all these people you meet with, and you sometimes feel bad when they say something because we are away from Nam. We are also away from Nam. But when we meet these sakats, they will always make us feel bad. That's why Guru tells us again and again that wherever you will see the sakat, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਕਤ ਨੂੰ ਵੇਖਣਾ, ਭੱਜ ਜਾਓ ਦੂਰੋਂ, ਫਤਿਹ ਬੁਲਾਓ, ਦੂਰੋਂ ਹੀ ਭੱਜੋ, ਗੱਲ ਨਾ ਕਰੋ. Don't get into a situation. Remember, we were talking about the situation when 10 people are sitting and they are all discussing, they are doing gossiping. Don't worry about it. Just get up and go away from that situation. Maharaj ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੈ, when we get into these situations, it is like we are putting the faha, as in the noose of death, as in the rope in our ਨੈਕ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਫਿਰ ਆਪਾਂ ਮਰ ਗਏ। The moment we are doing Nindya Chugli, Vaheguru Ji is not there. The moment we are doing calm, Vaheguru Ji is not there. Moment we are doing Krodh, Vaheguru Ji is not there. We are doing lusty things, we are doing greedy things, we are angry. It's like killing ourselves every breath, putting that breath away. ਰੱਬ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਸਜ਼ਾ ਦੇਣੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ? We are creating our own punishment. Vaheguru Ji's justice is very transparent. It is not like a worldly justice. In worldly justice, you can pay to the people, right? You can pay money to the people and you can tell them, okay, oh yes, I did a murder, but if you are a high profile person, you are a son of somebody in government, the rules are different for a common person and for somebody rich. But in Vaheguru Darbar, everybody is seen. And it is like automated kind of a thing. सारा कुछ आप पे चल रहा है, मालक कुछ कर नहीं रहे। मालक है नहीं बिजी है गया अभी, हाँ मैं एदा फैसला करना है, मैं ओदा फैसला करना है। वो फैसला डिसाइडेड है। हाँ, what Maharaj is, he's Dyalu and Kripalu, compassionate, but to only those people who surrender. What does surrender means here? मेरा मुझ में किछ नहीं, जो किछ है सो तेरा। ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਸੁਰੈਂਡਰ ਕਰ ਦਿੰਦੇ, ਨਹੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਕਬੀਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਹੀ ਫਾਇਲ ਲਾਏ ਹੋਏ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਨੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਮਾਰਨਾ? We are killing ourselves every breath by being worried about worldly things, by being anxious about other things, by being depressed. We are killing ourselves already. What we should kill is our home. Once we kill our home, once we kill our I kind of a thing, we will not do the evil things, will not do the bad things. That's pretty obvious. Why? If you have to steal money, for whom you are stealing? That I component is not there. I is gone. ਪਕੜ ਚ ਆ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਜੀ, ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ, ਬੜੀ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਟ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਵੀ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਹੁਤ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਟ ਚੀਜ਼ ਹੈ। ਪਾਪ ਦਾ ਰੀਜ਼ਨ ਲੱਭਣਾ ਸੀ, ਰਾਈਟ? ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਪਾਪ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਨਾ, we say this is a sin, we need to find the reason of that sin. When when we do bad things, why we are doing it? We know that this is bad, but why? We need to find the reason. Till the time we will not find the reason, we will not be able to stop it. And to find the reason, you have to connect with Naam. ਨਾਮ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕਨੈਕਟ ਹੋਣਾ ਪੈਣਾ ਤੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਝਾਤੀ ਮਾਰਨੀ ਪੈਣੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਅੰਦਰ। ਇਹ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਆ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਚੀਜ਼? from where did it came? Home ego is the responsible party out there. This will give you all the thoughts. So that's why surrendering. How to do the surrender? Let's come to the solution. I know we surpassed our regular time, but this is a topic which I couldn't end. ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਈਗੋ ਖਤਮ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ, ਹੋਮੇ ਖਤਮ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ, the more and more time you will spend in the day connected with the Naam, the ego will be gone. Slowly and slowly. Remember, I told you at the start, draw a line, write 0%, 10%, 20%, 30%, till 100%. Every day, your mind will keep on changing. ਮਨ ਬਦਲੀ ਜਾਏਗਾ। ਮਨ ਆਪਣੇ ਰਸਤੇ ਤੇ ਆ ਜਾਏਗਾ। ਕਿਹੜਾ ਰਸਤਾ ਹੈ? ਮੇਰੇ ਮਨ ਪਰਦੇਸੀ ਵੇ ਪਿਆਰੇ ਆਓ ਕਰੇ। The mind has to go to its own house. Right now, it is going away from the house. We have to take the mind to go to the house. ਫਿਰ ਹੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਰੱਬ ਯਾਦ ਆਣਾ। ਫਿਰ ਸਾਡੇ ਮੂੰਹ ਚੋਂ ਪਤਾ ਕੀ ਨਿਕਲਣਾ ਹੈ? Then what we will say from our mouth? ਵਿਸਰ ਨਾਹੀ ਦਾਤਾਰ ਆਪਣਾ ਨਾਮ ਦੇਹੁ, ਗੁਣ ਗਾਵਾਂ ਦਿਨ ਰਾਤ ਨਾਨਕ ਚਾਹੁਏ। ਪਿਆਰ ਦੀ ਖੇਡ, ਇਟਸ ਪ੍ਰੇਮ। ਜਿਨ ਪ੍ਰੇਮ ਕੀਓ ਤਿਨ ਹੀ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਪਾਇਓ। ਇਹ ਪ੍ਰੇਮ ਹੀ ਪਾਉਣਾ। ਜਦੋਂ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਸਾਡਾ ਪਿਆਰ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਲ ਪੈ ਗਿਆ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੁਨਿਆਵੀ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਸਾਡਾ ਪਿਆਰ ਘਟਣਾ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋ ਜਾਏਗਾ। The more love we will have for Vaheguru, the less love we will have for the world. And that's where we have to go. Live tat doe raah hai. One rasta, one way is of live, love to Vaheguru. Second is the tat, the way towards the worldly Tragun Maya, Rajogun, Tamogun, Sattogun. We have to choose. And how to go in the right way path? By doing why Guru, why Guru, why Guru. आओ जी जिन्ना भी टाइम ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਹੈ total 100% focus. We have to listen to our voice. Total focus. Then only the love will come. ਪਿਆਰ ਤਾਈਓ ਪੈਣਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਆਓ ਜੀ ਪਿਆਰ ਪਾਈਏ ਅਸੀਂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਆਓ ਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ